It's early morning here, well not too early, about half hour before the park opens, and you can see it over there from my hotel. This is so cool to leave the hotel and see the coasters running. Some of them are running this morning because of the ACE ERT. All right, I'm gonna head into the park. In the parking lot of Six Flags Magic Mountain, and right there is Twisted Colossus and Scream and Goliath all in one shot. And oh well, Superman, sorry, Superman's back there. How could I forget Superman? Noisiest roller coaster in the world. But Twisted Colossus by far is a thing of beauty. Yes, it is. And the tram's coming, so I need to try to hit the tram. All right, look at that coaster, gorgeous. A little bit closer shot over the green fence, but Twisted Colossus is wonderful. It's definitely up in my top 5.
Six Flags Magic Mountain is the flagship park for the Six Flags chain. It originally opened in 1971 and was just known as Magic Mountain. The park was independently run until it was purchased as the 6th Six Flag Park in 1979. Six Flags Magic Mountain is located in Santa Clarita, California, about 35 miles northwest of Los Angeles. The park does boast 19 roller coasters, although one is standing but not operating, one is under construction, and another is being reworked or moved, so to speak. Six Flags Magic Mountain is built on a mountain and with mountains surrounding it. And even though there are 19 coasters, some of them are very artfully hidden, while some loop and travel throughout each other. There is an artistry with how the coasters and the park were all laid out. But there are a lot of hills and a lot of walking, so wear some comfortable shoes. The New Revolution originally opened in 1976 and is an Anton Schwarzkopf coaster. When it opened, it was the first modern coaster with a vertical loop. In 2016, the coaster was renamed and received a new paint job, new trains, and a new lighting package. I was surprised at how much fun the coaster was, despite of its age. Six Flags Magic Mountain offers quite a unique transportation option when you're inside the park, the funicular. Also known as a cable railway, the funicular takes you quickly up one of the larger hills to the top of Samurai Summit. It's a quick and enjoyable way to get to the top. There are coasters everywhere in the park. In some cases, you can see 4 or 5 coasters together, or you might just get a glimpse of one just as you round the bend. It really is a fantastic park for coaster fans.
That's Ninja.
Superman was an interesting coaster. It was built in 1997 by Intamin and currently runs the cars backwards. You launch from 0 to 104 miles per hour in less than 7 seconds and hit nearly 41 stories. It's a fun ride, but also one of the shortest. You can also hear the Superman ride from all over the park.
Here, my second day at Magic Mountain. Just did Superman Escape from Krypton for the second time. Not today, but during this 2-day trip. This morning, I was able to get my 165th coaster credit with Viper, which wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Aero loopers, 7 loops. Well, I was worried about it. But I am crossing under the track right now for Full Throttle, which is an incredibly short coaster. But I love it. It is so much fun, and it's so unique as well. So, listen, here it goes. Hope you guys got to see that. Fun coaster, enjoying Six Flags Magic Mountain a lot. Unfortunately, their maintenance is really bad. Really, really bad here. Love that coaster. Things are falling apart. They're not painted very well. I'll show you guys here in a second as you pan around. Look, so you can't see the tops of the roofs. The painting stuff is missing. Hey, Tatsu is awesome. Stuff is missing, the roof shingles, and when you go down, it's not painted. But look at this park. This park is really beautiful. It's worth a visit. I was able to knock out almost all the coasters in one day and get multiple rides on my favorites like Twisted Colossus, which is awesome. Love it, love it, love it. I rode the Gold Rusher yesterday. Enjoyable little mine train coaster. Hugs the terrain a lot, which makes it a very unique style coaster. So here's one of my problems with all the DC Universe places at the Six Flags Park. You got these wide open expanses. It's so warm and hot and sunshiny, but look at those great coasters. Riddler's Revenge is a stand-up coaster. I did not like it. And the Green Lantern in the back there is standing but not operating, which I've heard was probably a good thing. So back in the 70s when Six Flags Magic Mountain opened, they decided to do their own characters, and they had the Troll family and the King Troll before they went with the Warner Brothers characters. And this is, as far as we can tell, the last one in the park that's still there. Pretty cool. That is a fun coaster, but every time you're in this area, it is so loud, it's ridiculous. You can hear it inside of buildings, you can hear that sound all over the park. But it's a fun ride.
And this might be the strangest kiddie ride that I've ever seen. Tweety's Escape features bird cages that kids stand in as the cages float in a circle. It was very odd.
I've never seen the queue this short before. Yay! This is Twisted Colossus. Used to be a wooden Colossus, and then RMC came in and converted it, and it is fantastic.
Twisted Colossus is one of my very favorite coasters. One thing that's important to remember is that it is a racing coaster with only one load and unload station. To make the trains actually race, you have to unload and load the cars in a certain time period, meaning the guests have to be very quick during the load process. Trust me, when the trains race, it is one of the most amazing things you'll ever experience on a roller coaster.
Just did my fourth ride on Twisted Colossus over this 2 days in the park. Beautiful coaster. It's 2 tracks, and one goes through. Thanks, Superman. One goes through, and while they're loading the other one, you can actually race up the second lift hill, depending on where you are. So in the last one, they timed it perfectly where, unfortunately, we were behind. My train was behind, but that's good because you can actually see the other train as it goes through all the elements. And there are several points, at least 3, where the cars are opposite each other, where you're head to head. you know, the car's above you and you're below it, the other one. It's so hard to explain. It's so cool. I really, really loved it. And Twisted Colossus is enough reason to come to this park. That's all I gotta say. So here's Superman Escape from Krypton, and that's Lex Luthor's Drop of Doom, or Doomy Drop, something like that, which I won't do those. They scare me. So I'm just sort of waiting for Superman to go by. But I haven't seen the drop towers either. They used to put these in concert with each other, where you would race coming back down. I don't think they've done that in a long time. I don't like those. Ooh. Not at all. And I think here comes Superman. Yep. And a little bit of free fall. That is so loud. There's Goliath at the top. A little bit of a stall.
Wait, which one is this?
Okay. I just came down to get a video of this because I absolutely positively love the giant Goliath marquee that's part of the queue. Just a great little addition. Another little detail that I love, the Fort LeJohn, obviously that's where the men's and women's restrooms are. Cannons up on top. And what somebody on Instagram had told me is the cannons are firing on the Buccaneer swashbuckler. I almost said washbuckler because that's what it looks like from here. So yeah, cannons on top of the bathroom, Fort LeJohn firing. I like it.
One of the great things about visiting a park during an American Coaster Enthusiast meetup or conference is that you can ride every coaster in the park, even the kiddie coasters. For many coaster fans, the kiddie coasters are the hard to get credits and the hard to fit into coasters.
Okay, once you come to the Full Throttle Plaza, I guess, you can see some coasters and hear some noise. But this is Full Throttle. Love this coaster. Intrigued by this coaster. It's an interesting style. I'm not gonna be able to get close enough really to get good shots, but I wanted you guys to see the main element, which is pretty cool. There goes the launch. A little bit of a stall at the top. And then out and back. Very nice. And then this nice top hat element. Notice the same track, guys. That's pretty incredible. Here's one thing I will complain about with Six Flags. Their queues are tedious, because they didn't design these rides with the fast lane included at the beginning. They hold you about 10 minutes at a time before they let you move. And then it just, you sit for 10 minutes without doing anything, then you move for 10 minutes, well, up ahead, and then you're stuck again. See, here we go. They're moving us because they're gonna let us go through some of the extended queue. But it's very, very, very tedious to sit here for 10 minutes. You move for a minute, then you sit for another 10 minutes. I've seen this at many coasters. Actually, all the coasters have this in some way, shape, form, or of another. So yeah, I'll be in this queue for about another 20 minutes or so. So it's almost impossible to tell, but I did move up one full turnstile. But it is nicer than sitting out and waiting in the sun. But they just have really awkward merge points, so it's not like I'm waiting any longer, or anyone's waiting any longer. You're just standing still for a much longer period of time. And you gotta watch this annoying Trinitron style TV over and over and over again. Yeah. hard to get good shots of this one in motion, but I'm gonna try. That is a huge lift hill. Well, lift loop.
Station stand clear? Ah, clear. When I say ooh, you say ah. Ooh. Hands up, ready. Hands up. Come on, all of you.
Finished up my second day here at Magic Mountain, Six Flags Magic Mountain. I have to say it's an incredibly impressive park. Obviously there's a reason it's the flagship park with, 17 coasters? 17, 18? I know one is standing but not operating, two are standing but not operating, and they're building another one, the West Coast Racers. So I have to come back for that. But it's a great park, especially if you love coasters. Twisted Colossus, Full Throttle, and Tatsu, in that order, in my mind, are the three best coasters here in the park. Twisted Colossus, amazing. Racing coaster for a few parts you're on the exact same track and then it splits across, or they split apart, and you get some amazing elements where you can see the other coaster car. But I enjoyed the time. Spent here with some ACE members, American Coaster Enthusiasts. Got to meet a lot of people. And looking forward to my next trip out here. Hopefully it'll be more than 5 years like Knott's. But a great park, absolutely great landscaping. Just wish they maintained it better, and I wish they stepped up and didn't do the typical Six Flag ride-ops. That gets me. So, all right. I'm George Taylor from ImagiNERDing, and I hope to see you in the parks. So this is what is really neat about Six Flags Magic Mountain. You are surrounded by mountains. That is just incredibly impressive. Really, really neat. Coasters on one side, mountains on the other side. I'm gonna sit here for a second and watch Twisted Cyclone go by. Such an amazing coaster. When they are racing, it is amazing to see those elements on top of each other. And there goes Superman. I'm not sure where else you can find such a great view of coasters, except maybe Cedar Point, but I kind of like this park.